Today we are going to take up isomerism, types of isomerism and examples of compounds which show isomerism. The phenomena of existence of two or more compounds possessing the same molecular formula but different structural formula and therefore different properties is known as isomerism. Such compounds are called isomers. First type of isomerism we are taking is structural isomerism. Compounds having the same molecular formula but different structural formula, that is, the manners in which atoms are forming the bonds, are classified as structural isomers. Some typical examples of different type of structural isomerism are given below. Isomerism is broadly categorized into two types, structural isomerism and stereoisomerism. Structural isomerism is further divided into positional isomerism, chain isomerism, functional group isomerism, metamerism. Stereoisomerism is further divided into geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. First, we are taking chain isomerism. When two or more compounds have similar molecular formula, rather same molecular formula, but different carbon skeletons, these are referred to as chain isomers. And this phenomena is termed as chain isomerism. For example, C5H12 represents three compounds. First one is pentane, which can be called as normal pentane, and it is straight chain hydrocarbon. Second example is isopentane. Now isopentane have same molecular formula C5H12, but its structural formula is different. Its common name is isopentane. IUPAC name is 2-methylbutane. Why we call it 2-methylbutane? This is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. So with the second carbon, methyl group is attached, so we call it 2-methylbutane. Here we have three carbon atom in straight chain and two in branch chain. So there is double branching. The common name of this compound is neopentane. IUPAC name is 2,2-dimethylpropane. Why? Because longest chain contains three carbon atom. Second carbon is attached to 2-methyl group. So we call it 2,2-dimethylpropane. So these three are chain isomers. Why they are called chain isomers? Because they differ in type of carbon chain. This is straight chain, this is single branch chain, this is double branch chain. Next we are taking position isomerism. When two or more compounds differ in position of substituent atom or functional group or even double bond or triple bond on the carbon skeleton, they are called positional isomers. And this phenomena is called positional isomerism. For example, 1 butene and 2 butene, 1 butene and 2 butene, 1 propanol and 2 propanol, they are examples of positional isomerism because they differ in position of functional group or position of double bond. For example, C3H8O represents two alcohols. One of them is propane 1-ol. Why we call it propane? Because there are three carbon atoms. Why we call it propane 1-ol? Because first carbon is attached to OH group and suffix for OH group is OL. Another isomer we have 2-propanol. In 2-propanol also we have three carbon atoms. This is first, this is second, this is third. And to the second carbon OH group is attached, so we call it propane 2-ol. So propane 1-ol and propane 2-ol are examples of position isomerism. Next we are taking functional group isomerism. Two or more compounds having the same molecular formula but different functional groups are called functional isomers, and this phenomena is called functional group isomerism. For example, alcohols and ethers are functional isomers. Similarly, aldehydes and ketones are functional isomers. Carboxylic acids and esters are functional isomers. So these are some of the examples of the class of compounds which are functional isomers. So let's take up the functional isomers of C3H6O. This one is CH3, C double bond O, CH3. It is called propanone. Why we call it propanone? There are three carbon atoms, so we call it propane. ONE is the suffix for keto group. So this compound has got keto group as a functional group. Its isomer is aldehyde. This also contains 3 carbon atom, but this group is called aldehyde group. So it is called propanol. Why we call it propanol? With the 3 carbon atom, we call it propane. Al is the suffix for aldehyde group. So propanone and propanol are examples of functional group isomerism. Next, we are taking metamerism. It arises due to different alkyl groups on either side of the functional group in the molecule. That is, metamers differ in alkyl group attached with the functional group. This type of isomerism is possible in symmetrical functional group like ethers, like secondary amines or tertiary amines. For example, C4H10O represents two ethers. One of them is methoxypropane and the second one is ethoxyethane. Even third one is also possible because C3H7, if it is normal propyl, then it will be methoxypropane. More accurately, it will be 1-methoxypropane. If it is isopropyl group, then this compound would be called as 2-methoxypropane. So methoxypropane or 1-methoxypropane is possible and 2-methoxypropane are possible. So total there are 3 metamers of C4H10O. Let's take up their structures. This will be CH3O, CH2, CH2, CH3. And for 2-methoxypropane, it will be CH3O. Here it will be CH attached to CH3, and here it will be CH3. And for ethoxyethane, it is C2H5O, C2H5. Next, we are going to take up stereoisomerism. The compounds that have same constitution and sequence of covalent bond but differ in relative positions of their atoms or group in space are called stereoisomers. That is, they differ in spatial arrangements of atoms and groups. These are called stereoisomers. The special type of isomerism is called stereoisomerism, and it can be classified as geometrical and optical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism will take up in detail in hydrocarbons, and optical isomerism is part of class 12.